To help your client see the impact of financial decisions on their best life, you can create multiple scenarios for you and your clients to quickly compare. Let's pick up and go ahead and navigate down to the trade-off section as we scroll down. To add in another scenario, simply click on the plus key right here on the right, which you'll find here. Next, all we want to do is clone the default prediction by clicking on this. Currently, we are on the base case scenario, so let's move across to the new default. Now that we've gone ahead and chosen this one, we're going to go ahead and get started. What we want to do now is jump into the trade-offs so that we can take a bit more of a deeper dive and look at the allocation strategies. By going into here, we're going to go ahead and set strategies to fund shortfalls and redirect extra cash. Any surplus cash at the end of each period is managed via the excess cash allocation strategy. And what this will do is it'll place that excess cash into the audit of allocations you've enabled, any shortfalls at the end of each year, and manage via the reduced shortfalls. And again, if there is any shortfall in cash, it'll take it from the way you've allocated these. Allocation strategies follow the flow in which they have been set and specified. So to navigate this, picture a waterfall. The excess cash will fill into the first bucket, then slowly trickle down. However, you have set this up as an allocation. Currently at the moment, we all have that cash going into building up the savings. Now, because we've got 100% here, no other funds, regardless if we switch these on, will actually start to be up. So we'll start to kick in. So I'm actually going to change this to a $1 figure and set this up to $10,000 so that the client always has $10,000 cash flow emergency fund. Next, we know that the client does have a mortgage, and this is something you would hope to be paid before retirement. So here what we're going to do is have all of the extra funds then go into the home mortgage. There might be different strategies that you might like to play, but maybe they've got an investment property and you feel that that's important to pay off. However, let's go ahead and focus on the home mortgage and put that down as 100%. Now that you're wanting to build this up at this stage, we're just going to go ahead and stick with the home loan. And next we have to the next section, the reduced shortfall. So here what we have is where those funds are going to come from. There's any shortfall in cash. So currently we have that coming from the salary, age pension, cash savings, and investments. For now, we're going to leave this as is. Another area we're going to look at is the client's retirement details, which is housed right here. Here in our last video, we realized that the client wanted to retire a little bit earlier than their age 67 and was also needing $90,000 in retirement. Maybe what we can do to start is to have a look at what they were looking to work a little bit longer. Age 68. We can also start to maybe have a look at reducing their income over time in retirement. Perhaps maybe they don't need that full $90,000 each year. We can go ahead to start playing around that as well. Once we've gone through and changed everything that we want to model, we can start moving towards the bottom. Now the household cash flow table is a place where you can start to manipulate data. So here's where you can do things like maybe if it's a younger couple, maybe if they're wanting to take some time off of work or have a child, they know that there's going to be a change in the income that year. All you can do is simply come here and start to actually change the income. You can also come in here and change things like the income spent. There might be a period where you know there's going to be a windfall. Perhaps they know that they're going to get $10,000 from somewhere else. You can come in here and also change those things and include those things as well. For this scenario, though, we're going to leave everything as is. Now what we want to do as we scroll down is change the details and give this scenario a name. I've gone ahead and changed the name. Now that we do have different scenario names, another thing you can also look at is if the client is willing to take a little bit more risk. Can they actually start to live a life that they're working for? So we'll go ahead and click on growth. So again, you might like to do this in different scenarios so you can actually see which scenario works out best. For instance, though, we've just changed this to growth to see and run a new projection. And now that we've ran the projection, you can see that the client needs and on-track score has been updated. So this is actually moved down. So still the client is underfunded. but we have started to make some progress in terms of what we need to do and what has to be done. If we navigate again down towards the trade-offs right here, we have a look at our different scenario. We can actually come in here and now compare the two scenarios. So simply by clicking on the plus and using compare projections, you're able to come here and see the two different projections. And if we toggle these on and off and run and compare, we can then have a look and see what is happening between the two scenarios. We can then have a look and see what the differences are. You're also able to export this out if you need this as a document. As your relationship deepens with your client, you do uncover more goals, things will continue to play out here. It is important to ensure that you capture all of the relevant information, both financial and non-financial, within your goal modules. So all of these financial details can be factored and non-financial projections. You can include things like regular holiday expenses, or perhaps a client's goal is to fund an education expense for a period of years. All of that information can be captured within your goals to produce these onto the timeline for your clients across all different phases of life, both working and in retirement. And again, with the time bar here, you can easily navigate to these goals. These pictures that you've just seen, that I've just gone through here, can be customized so that the client can actually come in here and load any graphics that you would like to add to their goals. This is managed within your goals module simply by coming to the goal and uploading a file to produce an image with the Best Life plan. If you need any further assistance with your Best Life or any other features within the Lumiate module, please simply come here to the bottom right into the help section by clicking on this, and here you can ask any module overviews, helpful guides, or ask for any help if necessary.